Right now I'm going to show you some maintenance here on your Shark Power Detect robot vacuum. So we're going to start with how to empty the containers, and then we're going to go over cleaning some of the sensors. So everything gets emptied into this base station here. So when you open it up here, you've got your clean water reservoir. You'll fill it up with clean, just room temperature water up to the fill line, and then you top it off with the cleaning solution. You can buy containers of the cleaning solution online. I got this is a 2-liter bottle here. This is gonna last, up to 6 months, kind of just depends on how often you use your machine. And I will link to that in the description of this video. You have the dirty water reservoir here. You're just gonna pull that out. It's got 2 tabs on the lid here. You will just pop those open. Then you can take the lid off, and now you can discard and rinse out the dirty water reservoir. On the outside, you can see the canister here, so you can tell how full it is. Also, the machine will alert you when it's time to empty it. Then you have all the dry stuff that gets collected in this canister here. There's a little push button under here, so you just grab here, push that up, and then this pulls right out. Now here, you've got your button here. You'll push on this, that'll unlock the lid here, and then you can empty out all the hair, dirt, dust, and debris that gets collected in there, and you can clean that out as needed. Again, depending on how often you use this machine, you can go up to a month or longer before you need to empty this out. Now on the back here, there is a little lid that lifts off, and now you have access to your filter. So you want to take this out and clean it every month or so when you're emptying everything else out, because you're going to get hair, dirt, dust, and debris that gets collected on there. To clean this filter, I just tap it on the inside of the trash can like this to knock off all the dust and debris. Then inside here, there is another filter as well that you can grab the tab there and pull out. And this can be cleaned off as well if it needs to be. Now, both of these filters can be cleaned off, so you're just gonna turn on the cold water, rinse it over that really good, and then let it air dry for 48 hours. I'm not gonna do that right now because I'm about to use my vacuum again and I wanna use it right now, but you can rinse this off, let it completely air dry for 48 hours so you can rinse these off. Don't use any detergent or anything like that. Just use cold water, rinse them off really good, and then again, they need to be completely dry before you put them back. We'll start with the little circle white filter here that just goes at the bottom, and then this one just slides in right on top. Just push it down a little bit and just set it in there. Then you can close the lid here. Now, when it comes to your actual machine here, you do want to take it off of the base, so just pull it straight out. And now, here's some maintenance that you can do on the actual vacuum itself. So around the top, I just like to dust it off every now and then. You're gonna get hair, dirt, dust, and debris and stuff that gets stuck on there. So I just hit the power button there on accident, so it kind of turned on again. So wipe it down as needed, and then you can flip it upside down. For this, I just have a little towel here to rest it on. Now you can really kind of take it apart and do some maintenance here. So here it's got these little tabs right here that you will pull towards you, and this will release the mop head if you have that on there. Now from here, you can actually slide this out of here and then clean it. So it's got some Velcro, so you can undo the Velcro here, and then it just slides out. So now you can wash this off really good. It just needs a little bit of extra maintenance. Now it is self-cleaning, but every now and then you'll just notice that it's got some stuff on there that needs to be cleaned up. So you can clean it as needed. The red part here is a nice indicator that that needs to slide in first. You'll slide that in, the little track there, and then you can pull it up and Velcro it back on. Now here, you can also remove this. Underneath here, there's a little tab here. You can push on that, pull this off, and this is your dust bin and water bin. There's also a filter in here that can be removed and cleaned as needed. See how dusty that is? Again, these can be rinsed with cold water, allow them to dry completely for 48 hours. Then if you have anything in here, you can kind of clean it as needed. This will just get clogged with hair, dirt, dust, and debris and stuff like that. And then that slides right back onto the machine here. And now you can actually remove the brush roller. So here there's these 2 little tabs right here that you just push up on, and then the cover comes off. And now you can remove the brush roller. And this will get hair and stuff that just gets stuck to it. And then around the brush, around the side here, I've noticed that a lot of hair gets stuck on there. So just take this out every month or so, clean it up real good, and you can kind of clean in here. I've got some crumbs that are stuck in there, so I'm just gonna kind of hold it up to shake it out. But anyways, you can just clean in there anything that you see, clean up the wheels. Here on this little brush, you can take that off. As you can see here, it's got some stuff on it. So I'm just gonna rinse that off in the sink, and you can just kind of keep everything nice and clean. Clean off the wheels and just keep up on the maintenance on your machine. So about once a month or so. Again, really just depends on how often you use it. Put everything back together, put it in its docking station. I do have a complete tutorial on how to set this up for the first time if you want to check that video out next. I hope that was helpful.